hi there everyone. Welcome to another Cardwell's Cauldrons here at Geektopia Island. I'm Cardwell.
And I'm Kevin.
And today, we're having a fun little green-white deck out there. But before we do, I'm going to remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to support us, and we love you very much for it, and the link will be down below. Today, we are playing Counterintuitive. It's just a green-white counter deck. Just little dudes getting small and hopefully getting there.
Little dudes getting big and getting...
Oh, yeah. Small dudes getting big.
Yeah.
Done. By working out and pumping iron. But the first dude is Swarm Shambler. It's a 1 green 0/0, but enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter becomes a target spell or ability, or a spell an opponent controls, create a 1/1 green insect so it can replace itself if it dies. And then you pay 1, tap, put a 1/1 counter on Swarm Shambler. So not too bad.
Next up is the Wildwood Scourge. He is a green and X for a 0/0 Hydra. When it enters the battlefield, put X 1/1 counters on it. Whenever one or more counters are put on another non-Hydra creature you control, put a 1/1 counter on this dude. So he's just going to get free little counters because all your dudes get way big.
Constantly. The next one is Conclave Mentor. It's green and white 2/2. Perfect dude for this deck. If one or more 1/1 counters would be placed on a creature, you may put +1 counters on that creature instead. And then when this dies, you gain life equal to its power. Simple as that.
We got the Fearless Fledgling. He is a white and 1 for a 1/1 flyer. Or not flyer. It should be flying.
He will be.
It's a bird.
Yeah.
Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield and you control, put a 1/1 counter on this dude and it gains flying until the end of turn. So it can gain flying, it just has to have landfall first.
Yes. So, because he's a training little baby bird. He's getting there.
Yeah.
Luminarch Aspirant. It's a 1 and a white 1/1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Just simple as that. Like, I've never seen something so powerful.
Yeah.
So small.
And that with the green-white person, you get 2 counters for that, and that's pretty good.
Just insane.
3 counters. Here's counters.
You play it, and it immediately does something that you want to happen. So, powerful.
Next is the Scavenging Ooze. It is a green and 1 for a 2/2. You pay green, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a 1/1 counter on Scavenging Ooze, and you gain 1 life.
Yep. So to be able to do this, put 2 counters on a dude, or the Hydra gets bigger when you do the Ooze gets bigger. It's just fun. Next one is Basarys Lieutenant. It's 3 and a white 3/4. Vigilance, protection from multicolor. But when it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature control. And then whenever Lieutenant or a creature you control dies, if it had a 1/1 counter on it, put a 2/2 white knight with Vigilance into play. So this just helps, deal with board wipes for you to keep things on the board as much as possible.
Yeah, that's super strong.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going into the spells. The first one we got is Feat of Resistance. It is a white and 1 for an instant. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains protection from the color of your choice until the end of turn. And protection is one of the strongest abilities in Magic.
Yeah, ever.
It really is. Because they can't be dealt damage. They can't be targeted. They can't do anything about it. You can do this offensively and make them not be able to block too.
Exactly. Be like, I put it on this color, swing, I win. Inscription of Abundance. It's 1 and a white instant. It has kicker of 3, so 2 and a green. But choose one. If the spell's kick, choose any number instead. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. Target player gains X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. And then target creature you control fights another target creature you don't control. I think this reminds me of the Oath of, or in the spells where it has multiple is a green
charm?
Yeah, no, not the charm, but it was a green white one.
Oh yeah.
Never mind. Domikra or whatever her name is, of the dragon. Still super good, super awesome. I feel like this is the closest to it.
Oh, the commands.
Commands, thank you. Yeah, Dromoka's command. Jesus.
Next up is Banishing Light. It is white and 2 for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. So it's your way to do creature removal / planeswalker removal, and you need it.
Yep, exactly. Of course, we have Basri Ket. It's 1 and 2 white, 3 loyalty planeswalker. You +1, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, it gains indestructible in the turn, which is nice. -2, whenever one or more non-token creature attacks this turn, you may put that many 1/1 white soldier creatures token tapped and attacking. So if you alpha, you can super alpha. And then -6, you get emblem at the beginning of your combat step, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token to put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So that's pretty cute.
Gross.
Yeah, it's super cute. He's like a mini Elspeth, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it works out.
Next is the Felidar Retreat. It is a white and 3 for an enchantment. In landfall, whenever land is the battlefield you control, you choose one. Create a 2/2 white cat beast, or put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance until the end of turn.
Yeah. No Swarm Swarm decks use this, but it's just also really good for like land flooding. You can get a dude with a land, or if you already want to bump up your team, then there you go. It's really solid. And of course, we have one of the Great Henge. It costs 7, 8, 9 mana, but it costs X less with cast for X's greatest power among creatures you control, so that can get up there pretty quick. You tap, add 2 green, gain 2 life. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on that card and draw a card. So, simple as that.
It helps what you're doing, and it can help you get out there quicker with free mana.
Yeah, and the fact that you can just keep playing these cheap dudes and keep drawing cards, and it's just ridiculous. Now, of course, we go into lands, and the only really special one we have is the Branchloft Pathway, and the other one where it's a green and a white on either side. I really love this design in a rare land, because sometimes you don't really need both of the colors, but this doesn't come to play tap, you don't pay life, you don't do anything. You just choose whatever color you need at that time. Super powerful. And then we have Forest and Plains, because, you know, the decks are very minimal right now with no shocklands or anything, so there you go. I do have honorable mentions just in case you play against basically the meta right now, which is either Mutate or Scoop Swarm. But the first one is Containment Priest. It's 1 in a white flash, 2/2. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile instead. So that helps with the green Mutate dude that brings everything from the deck. And then a Hushbringer, which stops everything. 1 in a white flying lifelink, 1/2. Creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. Simple as that.
Yeah, anything that stops enter triggers is always going to be powerful.
Yeah, for sure. Extremely. But with that is the deck list, and it will be down below. And hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island. Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe to our channel, and then hit that bell for any future notifications that you have for our videos.
And we go ahead and give a big thank you to our fans for over the years, especially our Mythic and Above Patreon followers.
Thank you, Ryan.
With that, we love you. Thank you for your support.